When your child has diarrhea, passes a lot of watery stool containing a lot of water and a lot of electrolytes. If this is allowed to go on for longer, it can cause the child a great deal. The child will become weak, the child will become sloppy, the child might die. Even if it's an adult, loss of electrolytes can cause that adult to be so weak that it cannot walk. Managing diarrhea is very, very important, and you have to do it fast. What we're trying to do in diarrhea is to replace the amount of electrolytes and fluid that are lost as much as possible or as fast as possible. If you can get the fluid lost replaced and get the electrolytes lost replaced, you prevent that child from dying. So what should you do? The first thing, number one, is to give as much fluid as possible. Oral rehydration solution. So oral rehydration solution should contain salt. So oral rehydration salt is very important to give to that child. When the child takes this, it replaces the lost electrolytes and helps the child to prevent hospitalization for the child. When the child takes in oral rehydration salt, it replaces all that are lost either through diarrhea or vomiting. So the amount you should give depends on the weight or age of the child. So you can see. For the number 2 action needs to be taken note of is zinc. Zinc is very important. Zinc can help the child recover and prevent further diarrhea in the future. So zinc supplements has to be given to the child as well. If you replace zinc lost, the child loses a lot of zinc from the diarrhea. If you replace it, you help the child prevent the disease in the future, or you help the child to combat the condition at hand. So replacing zinc is as important as replacing the electrolytes. This is a WHO recommendation. So zinc supplements from 10 to 20 milligram is very, very important. The next thing we're going to talk about in point 3 is to allow the child to feed as much as possible. Feeding is important. The child has to feed as much as possible. You've taken steps to correcting electrolytes imbalance. You've taken steps to correct zinc, to supplement zinc. You should as well take steps to help the child's nutrition. Nutrition is very important. The child might become weak, but if the child eats well, it will prevent hospitalization for the child. So feeding that child, if the child is suckling, the child should continue sucking. If the child is old enough to eat other food, the child should be encouraged to eat as much as possible. This is very important for the child's recovery, as the child might also eat more than enough. If the child can eat more than usual, the child should be encouraged to eat more than usual. So don't say you will not give the child food because the child is having diarrhea. Anybody passing loose watery stool should eat as much as possible. The last thing, the 4th thing that should be done, that should be taken note of, is the healthcare facility. If you've observed the child is not getting better, the diarrhea stools continue, or the diarrhea stool is persistent, or if there's development of any additional symptoms like fever, vomiting, take that child to a health facility as soon as possible. So these are the 4 things you can do if your child is passing loose watery stools at home. If you do 1 to 3, you might even prevent step 4. If you do 1 to 3, the child might recover, because most diarrhea episodes recover spontaneously. If the child doesn't recover, step 4 requires you to take the child to a health facility for professionals to look at the child. So if you do this, you prevent a lot of mortality. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to always get reminded of my videos as I post them. I post videos every week to educate the public on their health. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.